Hi guys, welcome back to the news, my country people. A lot of things are going on in this country. Sometimes it makes me wonder. Now, the Lagos state government recently confirms the award of over 61 million naira contract for a mass burial of 103 NSAS victims. But people are saying that those bodies are not from the Lekki toll gate, my country people. This is serious. People have started talking that those bodies that the Lagos state government are claiming, they want to carry out a mass burial for 103 victims of the NSAS, close to 3 years after their deaths. Now it has been confirmed that those bodies are not the people killed at the Lekki toll gate. So my country people, what is really going on? Let's find out more as we hit the news. But if you're joining us for the first time, you're very much welcome. I sincerely appreciate your presence. Kindly subscribe and please don't forget to give us a thumbs up. Thank you. The Lagos state government says the 103 casualties of the NSAS that it plans to conduct a mass burial for are not victims of the Lekki toll gate shooting, according to a statement issued by the Permanent Secretary of the Ministry of Health, Dr. Olusegun. The casualties are from across the state. Sahara reporters earlier reported that a letter from the Lagos State Public Procurement Agency confirmed a move by the state government to carry out a mass burial for 103 victims of the NSAS close to 3 years after their deaths. And the letter dated July 19th, 2023, and titled Letter of No Objection, the mass burial for 103, the year 2020 NSAS victims, was addressed to the Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Health, and signed by the Director General of the Lagos State Public Procurement Agency, Mr. Onufawoti Fati Iduwu, and the details of the killings that occurred during the 2020 NSAS protest in Lagos have been a subject of controversy, particularly the incident of the October 20th, 2020, at the Lekki toll gate, where soldiers and the police killed an unspecified number of peaceful protesters. Meanwhile, the letter confirms the award of 61,285,000 naira contract to TOS Funerals Limited for the mass burial of the 103 victims of the NSAS protests. However, the letter did not state the number of people killed in Lekki or in any part of the state. Meanwhile, in the statement, Mr. Oboye said that the 103 casualties mentioned in the document were not from this incident and not from the Lekki toll gate, as being alleged, for the avoidance of doubt, and nobody was retrieved from the Lekki toll gate incident. The statement further reads, the attention of the Lagos state government was drawn to some social media publications about a purported mass burial plan for casualties of the 2020 #NSAS incident. Now, these peddlers of this news are deliberately misinterpreting a letter from the Lagos State Government Public Procurement Agency. So, my country people, the Lagos State government have made it known that those who are peddling such news are seen as people that are hell-bent on disrupting the peace of Lagos State with distorted news and half-truths about the PPA letter. Now, the public knowledge that the year 2020, the NSAS crisis that snowballed into violence in many parts of Lagos, recorded many casualties in different areas of the state, and not only from the Lekki toll gate as being referred in the mischievous publications. Now, for the records, the Lagos State Environmental Health Unit had picked up bodies in the aftermath of the End-SARS violence and community clashes at other places in Lagos, the Ajah areas, the Akoro areas, the Ojota, Ikeja, including a jailbreak at the Ikoyi prison. However, he continued by saying that in the aftermath of the End-SARS violence, the office of the chief coroner invited members of the public through public adverts and announcements who lost their loved ones and their relatives that had been declared missing between the 19th and the 27th October from different clashes to come to the Lagos State University Teaching Hospital to help with the identification of these casualties deposited at the state-owned morgues. So, my country people, this is coming from the Lagos State government, that after all this, wow, it's been over 3 years now, and we are still talking about the casualties, the victims of the End-SARS protest. Now, the Lagos State government have made it known that this 61 million naira contract for the mass burial of 103 End-SARS victims and not, bodies from the Lekki toll gate. So, my country people, what are your thoughts on this issue? However, Nigerians have reacted. This is just a psychological warfare. They are trying to frighten Nigerians against any uprising occasioned, I beg your pardon, by the hardship Nigerians are currently passing through. Well, believe the Lagos State government at your own peril. Hope those military men that did the dirty jobs have family. Well, there is God Almighty that judges all. Believe Sawolu, believe Tinubu at your own peril. Okay, guys, these are reactions from Nigerians. So, my country people, what are your thoughts on this issue? I'm dropping here. Kindly share your thoughts concerning this in the comment section. Thank you. Bye for now.